Electric slide to the devil doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gather up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. 1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. A music podcast for the culture, wild, wild thoughts.
God damn. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive. I feel like we should have started this motherfucking show with Mob Deep tonight. Because it's a war going on outside. Nobody is safe. I'm talking about from granddaddies to sons to hidden daughters,
hidden babies.
Yo, so we had three. I think it's the first time in hip hop history where it mattered, right?
Yep.
We had 3 diss records dropped in one day. These motherfuckers, it's like King Kong Godzilla. It's like Battle of the Titans right now. So this morning we all woke up to 616.
Yeah.
And oh my God, Kendrick Spaz. And let me tell you what's dope about Kendrick's disses to me. He's doing shit on a level, and he's doing shit in a way that I've never heard people do a diss record. Because usually you do a diss record, you try to be aggressive, you try to be, real mad sounding. This morning when I heard 616, I feel like the nigga sat down, pulled the belt out, and put the belt in his lap, and was like, Drake, take a seat, and gave him a good damn talking to. That was like that, and I was like, even similar to what we was talking about Wednesday with the beginning of Euphoria. Right, like how he got on that beat, and then when you talk about how diabolical he is, man, like so people was talking about all the different meanings of 616, right? Because they say 616 is Tupac's birthday, 616 is the day that OJ trial started. 616, like it was so many different meanings, but the craziest one was like he put the black glove for the cover, and they said he talking about because he's killing a white girl, dog. Dog. And then they said the sample he used, like how petty and diabolical this dude is. The sample he used, Drake's, is a Al Green song that Drake uncle Larry Graham played on.
Yeah, read on
it's
that.
Like,
play like a guitar or something.
The bass player.
Yeah.
Bass player. Yeah.
Man,
it's,
all right.
It's ugly out here.
It's ugly out here. I'm gonna go around the room, man. Let's start with my boy Yucatan. You come from the film side, so take me to like what this feels like to you cinematically. Like if this was a movie, what movie would it be? What does this feel like to you cinematically, man?
What movie would it be? I don't even think I could pick a movie because they're so different artist wise. And I was telling someone it's like people are picking sides. Me, I like them both. I think they're both dope for what they do. But as far as like real rap and the poetic part of it and like really storytelling, that's definitely Kendrick, 1000%. And I think Drake is dope for what he does as far as like his longevity is unheard of, right? And just like how he is for what he does. So like I'm not expecting Kendrick shit from Drake. So I think he's dope for what he does. But when you try to battle him, like, yeah, you got to go against like someone that's not going to have so many layers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to say Chris Brown, but don't even try that nigga. That nigga still, I think, had the best diss until Kendrick just dropped this. So, but it's dope, man. I mean, I heard both sides. Some people were saying like, it shouldn't. They like it for the culture, but then also it's bad for the culture because we shouldn't be beef and whatnot. But I'm like, but this is competition. This is rap.
It's rap beef. It's just rap. It's hip hop.
It's a part of the DNA of hip hop, though. Is rap beef going all the way back to Kumo D, LL Cool J. Like You know what I mean? Like this is nothing new. I mean, we started like literally battle rapping in the parks, just rapping against each other. Even when I started, we would be up at Washington for hours just battling dudes. Like I remember one day I battled this one cat and the dude was like, I'll be back. And he went and left and came back with 5 MCs that he knew. So it was like me and Speed against 5 dudes. So I'm talking about we just laying these niggas down all night till like 6 o'clock. That's what this feels like. Like we started battling at 2:30.
This is getting a little more personal though.
Yeah,
now.
I feel like this is personal. This is way personal.
The
This is
last
digging
one,
deep.
last one's personal for sure. That's why I was like, Kendrick and Drake was more like a friendly competition, and then it was Chris Brown and Quavo was like the niggas really hate each other, and now it's crossed the line to that.
Well, and it's funny because Kendrick kept saying, Kendrick was like, "Yo, I want this to be
A friendly fade.
I want to be a friendly fade." And he was like, he even said in the first record, y'all, he said, "Don't take it further than this because that's something that you don't want to do." Yeah. And he told him this back to back was coming because he said in Euphoria, he was like, "You don't like that back to back record? I like that.
I like
As a
that
matter of fact, I'm gonna get back to that."
Back to that, yeah.
So he gave him a warning.
Yeah.
Drake is not listening, dog. Drake is not listening, and I feel like even though he bought this last record out, I feel like Kendrick still got more to go. I feel like Kendrick ain't done. Like how fast that record dropped, Kendrick got shit in the chamber. Like he probably gonna say this. He's probably gonna say this. He's probably gonna say this. The way
he dropped it right after Drake dropped it.
Well, let me tell you what's crazy, Rex.
Like 30 minutes.
We only got that 30 minutes.
No, I'm gonna say somebody text Drake's to me. I listened to Drake record once. I think it was you, Tan, right? You sent me the record.
Yeah.
So I listened to it once, and I'm like, I'm listening now. I was in the grocery store. I listened to it while I'm in line. Get my groceries. Get in the car. I'm like, let me listen to it a second time on the big speakers. While I'm listening to it, middle of the second listen, bring, bring, bring. Kendrick dropped another one. I was like, what?
It was just crazy how
I couldn't even get through the second. And to me, you talk about strategy. Like somebody said, really, this is Batman and the Joker, Heath Ledger style, but Kendrick is the Joker. Like chaos. He's all about
and
the
he's
chaos.
Winning.
Right?
This nigga's winning by a long
He's all
shot.
about seeing the world burn right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you don't fuck with peaceful niggas.
Hey, like Janae, what up, Janae? Janae said he got OV on the payroll, so he knew it was coming. And it's funny because that's what it feels like. It feels like he just proved to him, like, I got OVO working for me. And then Drake even said, we don't believe you in his record. Drake, like, we don't believe you if you ain't got no paperwork, shut up. And then he dropped a record responding to everything he just said in the record he dropped 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Wow. When I talk about the layers of just ridiculous pettiness and warfare that Kendrick is on right now, bro, like
it's scary.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
why
was
he
playing,
took so long to come back and shit. This nigga was loading up all his guns.
Yeah, I was listening to Euphoria out loud, and my pops was near me, and I just heard my pops yell out, "Somebody tell Drake leave that man alone." Like he didn't like, yeah, Brandon Hammond, what up, B? He said, yo, he didn't even let Drake shit breathe before dropping. Like he disrespected his record so bad, he didn't even give us a chance to form an opinion about Drake's record before he dropped. Like this dude is, yeah, like this as George Bush say, the strategery that's going on right now. Bro, I gotta tip my cap to Kendrick, and it's scary though because not only is his strategy good, his strategy is good, and then the records that he come with are also good. So it's not like he's doing this dope strategic shit, but the records ain't holding up to what he's doing and what he's saying. And niggas on the East hate the West. I'm just gonna say it still, because all these people like Funkmaster Flex, Cameron, and Mace talking about Drake up 2-0. What are y'all listening to? What record are y'all hearing? And I'm like, Yucatan. I'm a fan of both. I like Drake and I like Kendrick. I'm a fan of both. I never was a dude who just like Drake is trash.
Yeah,
like that.
Never. Yeah.
But,
it was just.
But listen to them rap. Like we talking about them just rapping.
This is strictly battle rap. If y'all don't know what battle rap is,
not only rapping, but they going up against each other.
Yeah, going up against each other.
Battle rap.
And when was the last time you had two artists this big going at each other while they both at their height, not like Melly Mel going at Eminem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really
Yeah.
like two titans both
I
at
say,
their height.
I say the mid something was like that. I say like 50 Cent and Kanye, but that shit wasn't really that good.
But
though.
that shit wasn't really. Remember, they even was like, it wasn't really a battle. They just like, let's see who can get the most records.
Yeah, but it was still kind of. I mean, yeah, it wasn't no diss or nothing like that.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't like
that
real
wouldn't count.
disses. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't nothing like this.
Yeah,
And this is the first time we have this in the social media era, and also the era where
everybody can comment.
Well, not everybody can comment, but you can come right back with records. Because remember, when Biggie and Pac did records, you couldn't just record a record and upload it. You had to record the record, you had to get it mixed, you had to get it put out through your label, you had to get it, you know what I'm saying? She said, Janae said when Pac said, "That's why I fucked your bitch." That's the last time we felt like this. All right, see you later, Janae. Thanks for hopping on. We appreciate you. Appreciate your quick comments. The West Coast Queen. Sheila said, or when 50 used to go at bigger rappers to get a name for himself. Yeah, because 50 wasn't scared to go at
nobody.
He wasn't scared to go at anybody. But like I said, the amount of like I can't even articulate the amount of disrespect that Kendrick is showing right now, man. Like talking to this nigga like he your son, making a song where you talking directly to his mama, talking to his son, talking about listen to this song in 18 years when you turn 18 years old, talking to his daddy,
this nigga, like what I tell y'all Wednesday. I said Drake is on life fucking support. Help him fast. He need a unit.
Boy, and also what I said Wednesday.
Tap out, man. You just need to accept defeat and just move on with whatever album they're planning on this nigga dropping from this hype.
I think he should just drop a regular Drake hit. Yeah. That's his only way out. Drop a regular Drake smash.
He tried
drop
like,
a radio
Kendrick came back 30 minutes later.
Like, it got to be like a quick, like, all right, Kendrick, fuck you, I'm back to my shit.
No, but I'm saying you could say, I'm saying not a diss record. He needs to drop a hit.
Just forget about
regular. That's his only way out to me right now. Is for him to just drop a hit record. He can't.
I think
drop
too.
He's not going out. You're not going to out rap Kendrick. Go ahead.
No, he can talk a little shit on his way out. You know, like when you get your ass whooped and you walking away like, you got enough, nigga? You got enough? And it's like, clearly got your ass beat. He can do that. But then September 12th, nigga, drop that record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think he,
exit.
I don't think he,
because Kendrick is burning his ass up, bro.
Nah, that's true. But he didn't realize, like how you said, what people want now from rap and like pop culture is what Drake gives, right? So when Drake was beefing with like Meek and Pusha T, we know Pusha T killed him, but Pusha's not as popular as Drake. So Drake's gonna just win that just from that alone. Like I think I texted you, I was reading comments and people were like, "Oh, Drake had a better beat." And Kendrick's song too long, so he won just by that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So now,
but to me, those are people who just had made their minds up, and it was just like Drake fans, like Drake won. Because anybody who's really, because if you,
that's the crowd.
I'm gonna say because if your metric is stuff outside of the song, if your metric is Kendrick took too long to come back, you can't say that no more. But if your metric is I like Drake's beat better, I could play Drake's in the club because that's what Funk Master Flex and Ebro was saying. Like, that's not the measure of a battle. Nobody was like, "Oh, Tupac won. We hit him up because we could play this in the club."
If that's the case, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
None of Eminem's disses you playing in the fucking club. Like none of that. But now you went against the wrong person because even though Kendrick's, I guess, not as like worldwide or popular as Drake, he still has that in him, and he's showing that. So now it's like, you can't even deny this motherfucker. You can't even say shit like the beat and none of that. Like he has all the Drake's fans.
That's a great. That's a great point. Neeson said no one was talking about Drake's record for 5 days, and to me, that's what I was saying. Culturally, was the difference. Like we was dissecting every single line from Kendrick for the last dropping. Give Me 50 was so surface and so easy. You know what I mean? You didn't have to listen to it 10 times. You had to listen to Euphoria 10 times to catch, like, oh, damn, I missed that line last. I missed that. And that goes to your point, Yucatan. Like, he's not going to out-rap Kendrick. So I don't know what he think the end game is going to be to continue to try to out-rap him. But like you said, he had a lot of confidence because he did that to Pusha T. Somebody said Pusha T won the electoral vote. and Drake won the popular vote
True.
because
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, just because Pusha really murdered him
Pusha
too in
really
that battle. Like
Pusha dilated
yeah,
that
Pusha
nigga, and
killed
he
him,
didn't do shit about it.
but Drake can't do that to Kendrick because of Kendrick's popularity. Like he don't get to utilize that I sell more records because he's still trying to say it. I sell more records, I got more money, but like that's not gonna work against Kendrick. You know what I'm
It's not a
saying? Hold on.
popularity
Sheila
contest.
said Ether was Ether was still the best disc. I still think No Vaseline is still the greatest disc record of all time. Ain't no disc record top No Vaseline because this nigga got a whole crew when they was at their height. To me, Kendrick said Drake should die and coupled his name with Weinstein. Yeah, like this last one. Hey, I'm with you, Neeson. That nigga, I was telling somebody, I said he the Baba Yaga. I said he John Wick right now. Like somebody killed this nigga dog. Like he is Baba Yaga right now because the shit that he said on this last record, I was like, and I could tell he's still trying to hold back. There's still more shit that he got that he want to say that he's like, still trying to subliminally say. I got a little more in the chamber.
Well, he got the niggas.
Better leave me alone.
Description as his artwork and shit, so he's saying quite a bit.
He is. And damn, you got to talk about those 2 points we were texting about too. The cornball lines from Drake, where he missed the mark.
Well, yeah. So to me, Drake made two mistakes in his rap record, man. His first comeback and what is it called? Family Matters.
Yeah.
He made two mistakes. The line when he said he was rapping like he's trying to free the slaves. You just proved Kendrick's point about you not understanding black culture. You just proved his point about your half whiteness because people thought he was talking about him being half white. Like, no, he's not talking about you being half white. He's talking about your ethnicity in regards to being connected to the culture and understand. And that line was one. And the second mistake he made, how you in Canada talking about who real bankers in LA? Like, why are you speaking on street politics
We
in LA?
don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, those 2 points, I feel like he missed the mark in that record. And then there was a couple of other things that he said in that record that I was like, it could have been delivered a little better. But like I said, he's gonna win based on people comparing this record to his last record and not even Kendrick's record. Everybody gonna be like, well, this is better than Push-Ups, and it is. It's better than Push-Ups, but is it better than Euphoria?
No.
Is it better than 616?
No.
You know what I mean? But people gonna give him extra points because they like, well, this one's better than Drop and Give Me 50. But and I will say this though, Kendrick got that nigga rapping again.
Yeah, thank you.
Kendrick got Drake rapping again.
Yeah.
I will give him that because he, you know, Drake ain't rap like this since fucking I'm on one days. You know what I mean? Like he ain't rap like this since them days, and I feel like he got him. I feel like he got him rapping again. So I will give him that. I will give up, get that up. But honestly, like I said, from a rap standpoint, I don't see how at this point you can try to say that Drake is winning this battle right now, man. Like I feel like you ever see somebody get beat up and you get secondhand embarrassment watching them get beat up? Like somebody stop this nigga, man. Like,
please, I don't want to see
the
no
damn
more.
child.
Please,
It's the punch drunk fighter syndrome, man. It's like the motherfuckers get his ass beat and you can't talk him out of continuing the fight and shit. You gotta fucking put the cane on the nigga like Sandman and shit.
Yeah, but to talk to his family,
what we say, V-Ray? We say Wednesday. Yeah, what we say, V-Ray? We say his ego's not gonna let him stop.
Exactly, yeah.
I said, what did we say Wednesday? We said Drake's ego is not gonna let him stop. And I did say this Wednesday as well. I said the only recourse Drake got now, because he can't out rap him, is he's gonna have to go personal and attack Kendrick personally. And that's exactly what he did.
Point on that.
And
he got beat to the point on that shit. Get beat to the punch on that shit. So it's like the only thing this nigga can do is
let me ask y'all.
Bring some other rappers on and shit, just like that nigga that got smoked in Washington and went and got 5 other rappers and shit. That's what that nigga need to do. Just top 5 ghostwriters and shit. I'll make a diss record, pass the mic. Take it in another direction, because just you by yourself, it's already obvious how that story ends. It's actually ended a couple of times
Drake
already.
Yeah, Sheila said Drake record's just going to keep getting weaker. I feel like, have you ever been one of them niggas who like you like to cap roast with niggas, like niggas be roasting each other.
Yeah.
Like you bagging back in the day, you be bagging. And you remember that day when it was just your day, so nothing you said was funny. Like the niggas just was on your head. That day it's just your day. That's what I feel like Drake is. Like it's like nigga, just
nothing you
day.
saying
like,
is not working.
It's gonna work. Like even if your joke's funny, it don't matter that
don't
day.
matter, boy.
Like when you shooting and niggas just they be on you, and then every time you try to say something, you like, man, shut up, nigga. Like that's where I feel like Drake is right now, man. Like I'm telling you, to me, I think his only recourse now is to stop the battle and give us a good word. He need to go give us a good just radio record, and ride off into the sunset with his hit record.
And it
You
better
know what I'm
be,
saying? Like
it
that's
better be a beater too, bro.
Man,
a smash.
Publicly, that fucking Thriller 2 and shit. You know
It gotta be
it better be something monumental.
at this point, he might as well just put Kendrick on it. Shit, fuck it, might as well.
Exactly, Sheila. That's when you get to all you can say is your mama. That's when you know you ain't got nothing in the chamber left. Brandon said, "What do y'all think Drake can say at this point?" You might be right. I think that's the only. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he can say that would like. This is the thing. Everything that Drake thinks he's saying, he's not knocking Kendrick off his square. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I heard a lot of lines that Kendrick said that I could tell has really bothered Drake and has really knocked him off his square. I don't feel like he had no headshots, for lack of a better term, in the records that you'll be like, ooh, because there's a lot of lines from Euphoria where you like, damn, that YNW Melly line. Like we can go down the line of lines we remember.
We can go down the chamber.
Euphoria, lines we remember from 616. I don't know the other one enough, but I know enough. To know he's talking to the nigga mama directly. You know what I'm saying? But like, drop and give me 50. There's the Interscope line, I think was the dopest line in that record. Like your label, you in the scope now. I think that was like the dopest line in the record. Him talking about the Taylor Swift and doing Maroon 5, that shit is kind of whack. I'm like, you trying to make it bad that he did a couple pop records, like that takes away from who he is as an MC. Like that's not working, but he's brought it up in every single record. He's brought it up in Push-Ups. He brought it up in Taylor Made. He just brought it up again in Family Matters. So I feel like he's running out of ammunition, and so he's trying to like find other shit to say.
I think it's because Drake,
like Shannon said,
like, oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll get to it.
I think it's delay on my side, but I think it's because Drake is like, his kryptonite is taking his popularity, and that's what's happening. Yeah. So like Kendrick, he even said in the record, I don't give a fuck about that. You care about that. So with Kendrick, you can try to knock his popularity. He don't give a fuck. Like he's a real rapper. So that's not gonna knock his shit. But with Drake, you take that popularity and they don't know what to do.
That matters to him. That matters to him.
Right. That's like his chain got snatched. And that was the only way he was getting pussy.
Yeah.
Facts.
What's he gonna do? The haircut ain't gonna save it. Nigga, a new sweater ain't gonna save it. Nothing. He needs the chain.
He need his chain.
He needs a chain.
Shannon said, I can't see Drake not being in his feelings now. K-Dot was talking straight to his kids. As a parent, you can't address my kid. Like, we got to fight, nigga. Like, at this point, I just got to fly to LA
we gotta fight,
and swing on you. We just got to fight at this point. Fly said, West Coast rappers can't be faded. She said, nobody beef like us. We started this game. Shit is taking over the world, which is funny because he alluded to that. Drake even alluded to that in Euphoria. He's like, y'all can act like Crips all you want, but y'all niggas can't copy this violence. You know what I'm saying?
My mama gave me that
Kendrick
chain.
has been saying this from Brandon Red. Kendrick has been saying Drake don't understand from black culture. His line about K-Dot rapping like he freeing slaves was case in point. Exactly. I was talking about that earlier, Brandon Red. My mama gave me that chain.
Bro, let me speak on that shit. Because when I heard that, I was like, he really thought he said something right there. But it's so pathetic because it's like Kendrick, what he was saying by that line is like, Kendrick, you always talking about the culture and acting like shit. Y'all still going through shit. This was Drake's white half talking. But it's like we still go through shit systemically. We still go through shit in our face. You know what I'm saying? And Drake is pretty much sounded like a fucking Trump supporter saying slavery ain't here no more. What the fuck you complaining about?
Yeah,
And
that's
it
what I say.
just
I feel
showed
like he
how,
really
yeah,
hit the mark with that line. Yeah, like you
yeah,
freeing. He said you acting like an activist. Like that whole section, you rap like you freeing slaves. You acting like an activist. You don't even plant money trees in your hood, which is a lie. Everybody who actually lives here
right.
know all the shit Kendrick has done in the hood. So again, when you talk about disconnected from the culture, because like now you just literally fabricating shit because you don't have nothing. And I just feel like
I
I
think
don't know,
that's
man.
it.
It's crazy. Like it's crazy to watch your favorite get stripped down. The power of the Black Panther has been stripped away.
Well,
It's
Drake
nasty.
just don't think it's deep, man. I think that's at the bottom of it because there's ammunition, there's shit out there that he could probably exploit, and actually the stuff that he did try to exploit, he did his best. You know what I'm saying? He just don't think layered and to the right details to the minutia level that Kendrick does. You have to fucking have a decoder ring damn near, you know what I'm saying, to break down this nigga's records and shit. And like you said earlier, Dave, and I saw some other people saying online that this nigga Drake shit is just surface level shit. When you hear it, you get it right then. You don't have to like ponder it, and niggas don't have to like start blogs and shit to like figure out what the fuck you talking about. It's not hieroglyphic. The nigga says it, that's it, and that's it. When Kendrick takes the same, ingredients, this nigga chop that shit up into some shit that, like, now he talking to the niggas' kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
That shit was so
he
crazy.
devises ways to take that same information and fuck you up more than once, more than 5 times, in one song.
That shit
Yeah,
was
and like
so
I
crazy.
said, yeah. Well, go ahead, you can tan.
I was just gonna say, like, listening to it, it sounded like Drake was in a bad dream and Kendrick was like an ancestor talking to him. And then it just sounded like I got that, and then, well, this is my cinematic mind. And then my other cinematic mind, if I had to make a music video of shit, it would be like Drake in the living room, or sorry, Kendrick in the living room talking to Drake's family without Drake there first. Like with a belt in his hand or some shit. And then they go to the bedroom and Drake's tied down, fucking spewing out the mouth, and the exorcism's about to happen. This nigga's telling him all this shit. Because it gets spooky at the end. The last 30, his voice start echoing and shit. It really sounded
Yeah,
like from exorcism shit. Like it was crazy.
and I don't know if y'all peeped this, and it could be just me and my MC mind, but did y'all listen to the end of 616 where it sounded like he kind of started rapping with Pusha T's flow, like the last like 32 bars? And go back and listen. Like the last 32 is like he switched to Pusha T flow. Like, hold on. I'm telling you, I feel like nothing he does is not premeditated. I don't feel like nothing that he's doing is by accident. You know what I mean? And like you said, V-Ray, like I was in the gym yesterday watching reactions to both records, like watching reactions to Drop and Give Me 50, watching reactions to Euphoria. So then I said, after I watched the reaction, I said, let me listen to both of them back to back. So I listened to Euphoria, and then I listened to Drop and Give Me 50, and then I was like, it ain't close. Like, and if y'all get a chance, everybody watching, if you get a chance, listen to them back to back. Because that's how I've been doing it. I'm listening to the records back to back, and I even just before we got on, I listened to the last 2 records back to back. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not nowhere
I
near
listened to them
close.
again, and I'm like, I don't know what piece Drake's missing. Like, I feel like there's a piece that Drake is missing in this battle that Kendrick has him that he can't figure it out. Does that make sense? Like, I almost
The
feel like,
culture.
if you use the term of
It's
sports,
culture, unless
It's
it's
culture.
and we
just.
It's
saying
culture and real
basketball,
rap.
I mean, if you think about it, you dealing with a vet. If you want to be honest, come on now, Kendrick.
but Drake is a vet. But Drake is a vet too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But he's
but I
more
think
In
of
it's
a
the
what you
pop
said.
pop
You
vet.
were saying,
world,
He's more of a pop vet.
yeah, like a pop
That's what
vet.
It's like he's
but I don't
missing the
know.
real
People forget
rap.
about his Young Money days. People forget his Young Money days. His Young Money days when he was actually rapping, though. In the Young Money days when he first came out, Drake was rapping.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's not
that's
that he
his
couldn't
best
rap,
shit.
but I do
I
think
agree.
Yeah, so but I do like you could tell say his culture. I think Kendrick pulled that thread, and now we watching it unravel. We're watching the thread of the not knowing about the culture unravel, and then maybe that's what has not connected with some the hip hop heads who really don't like Drake, the ones who just like maybe that's what never connected with them is that lack of like really being connected to the culture, and kind of like somebody said, kind of cosplaying his blackness on different projects, like sounding like whoever he's with. Like he was cosplaying when he was with 21 Savage. He was cosplaying when he was with because there's records where he's like trying to rap like West Coast niggas. What's the record? I Go On and On, where he took the whole Too Short cadence and all that. Like, so people have been feeling like he's been cosplaying his, you know. All right, cool. I'm not tripping. Yeah, that's what I said. I feel like he changed it. Like at the end of the 6 months, I'm like, this nigga turning into Pusha T in these last few bars. She said the grassy head. He's an actor. Exactly, Sheila. He's an actor, and I think he's got away with it for a long time because when he came out, he was covered. When he came out under Lil Wayne with Young Money and Nicki Minaj. So he came out with a different kind of credit that nobody questioned his background, nobody questioned his Degrassi of it all, because he had them and his records were dope. We can't front like his records weren't dope when he first came out, he first dropped. But I think throughout, I think Kendrick has pulled at that thread, and why people can't, why Drake can't really get a hold of how to knock Kendrick out. You know what I mean? Like he don't have the X's and O's to figure out how to knock Kendrick out because of that lack of connection to the culture. Because you remember, even though Eazy-E didn't rap as good as Snoop and all them when he came out with his disses back in the day, I know we aging ourselves, but you know when they had Real Compton City G's going against Dre Day and all that, it felt real because you know Eazy was really connected to the culture. You know Dre and Snoop was really connected to the culture. So it didn't feel like, well, they can rap better than Eazy, so Eazy automatically lost. It didn't feel like that. Or it didn't feel like that with, you know, Ice Cube verse, because people forget, because No Vaseline was so good, 100 Miles and Running was a dope fucking record. And we thought they killed Cube off when that record came out. We thought 100 Miles and Running, we thought Cube was dead. Like, damn, those niggas, oh, they call him Benedict Arnold. Here's what they think about you. And then that nigga took the same piece that they used against him, started his record with it. Here's what they think about you. Fuck all y'all. And
that's when it set it all off, right?
And hit him with that No Vaseline. That's when he set off with that No Vaseline. So I feel like because of that, because they were both really connected to the culture, the battle felt real, just like Biggie and Pac. But like you said, you could tell, I don't think Drake know how to really put his hands on them because he don't have a hold on the culture to know, like, if I say this, it's gonna be the knockout. Because I could tell listening to Family Matters, that nigga thought that was a knockout punch. He thought that was the knockout punch.
Yeah, visuals and all that.
Some more comments.
But and at the core of it all, man, I mean, it's a bunch of disconnect with the culture, and it's this, that, and the third. But I mean, it could just be that Kendrick's just a better motherfucking artist. You know what I'm saying? Just the long and short of it is Drake is good, Kendrick's better, and you know, from an artistry standpoint, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
From an artistry,
it could just be that simple. Niggas may be over analyzing it and shit, and not to say Drake ain't shit, because I am definitely a long time Drake fan. But if you ask me which artist was better and shit, you know what I'm saying, with their catalog and whatever history they got, I just think Kendrick is got more content, you know, based rap, and I mean, well, not content, maybe cultural based rap, but I mean, his shit is
more substance. It feel like it's more
like
substance. Like it's more meat on the bone.
Yeah,
I think it goes back to popularity because it's like Kendrick, like he just doesn't care about her. How you talking about No Vaseline when like back then Snoop, Eazy, Ice Cube, all them, they didn't give a fuck about the popularity. They were rappers and wanted to rap, and they became popular because of that. And that's what Kendrick is. So it's like if you take Drake's popularity, I feel like Drake won't know what the fuck to do. So that's why his music is like, it's not really in depth. It stays current with what's going on now. That's why he's doing shit with Sexy Red and doing shit with, you know, whoever.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And like Kendrick ain't worried about that type of shit. That's why I'm like, Cole's on that same level. But Cole just has the popularity, so he'll do the shit.
And it's
but
almost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say too. It's almost like fighting somebody who ain't got nothing to lose because he don't care about his popularity. You know what I mean? Like you know how it is when you fighting somebody who ain't got nothing to lose. That's the scariest fight you can be in. If you feel like you got something to lose, going against a nigga who ain't got nothing to lose is the scariest shit ever. And I feel like that's what's happening, like you said, because Drake even said, Kendrick said, I don't give a fuck about the money and the fame. You do. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally said, like, I don't care about that. You care about that. So if I strip you down, that shit gonna matter to you. It's gonna bother you. It's gonna hurt you more. Brandon Red said his Young Money days, Drake was performing, not rapping. Go back and YouTube his BlackBerry freestyles. He had to look at his phone for a freestyle. Nobody ever gonna let that nigga lay down the BlackBerry. I never met an OG who never did nothing wrong. Brandon Red said in the beginning of 616 in LA, K-Dot had Drake's cadence that Drake uses in his timestamp series. That's crazy. Brandon Hammond said he absolutely thought that was the knockout or the red button he's been threatening. I could tell by the way he ended it. I was like, I never had dinner with the president. When I see your ass again, I'll be hesitant. Yeah, like lines like that, no Vaseline. And again, this takes me back to like, No Vaseline came out over 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and we still can recite certain lines from No Vaseline, like because it was that relevant to the culture. It was, you know what I mean? And I feel like Drake haven't given us that. I don't feel like Drake has given us something that's so relevant to the culture. Like we gonna be saying, like I don't think nobody really gonna be saying, "Drop and give me 50." I don't think we're gonna be saying that shit in like 10 years. But I think in 10 years, niggas still gonna be saying, "Don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell no truths about you." I think we still gonna hear certain things like that from Kendrick's record, and that's what I'm talking about when I talk about culture shifting records and culture shifting quotables. Because there's records like if I start singing "Hit 'Em Up," y'all all gonna join me. If I start singing "What Would You Do," y'all gonna join me. If I, you know what I mean, like there's certain things. If I like, there we go, Brandon Red. Yeah, only you like being famous from Euphoria. Niece said he doesn't have it to give. He's missing a black struggle piece. We don't want to hear you say nigga no
more. That's the only thing we gonna keep remembering forever. So it's already unstable, and everybody keeps saying it. So
but you see what I'm saying? Like there's stuff that's already entered the hip hop zeitgeist.
Yep, that'll never come out ever again, bro. That's in there. It's
I
stable.
don't know that we gonna get. Yeah, that I don't know that we're gonna get from Drake in this battle. You understand what I'm saying? Like. And I think that goes back to what you said, V-Ray. It might really boil down to Drake really just ain't got the guns, no matter how many ghostwriters he got. He just ain't got the guns to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got the guns to shoot with Kendrick. Like
it's really
I don't know,
simple.
maybe none of your ghosts. Yeah, I don't think he even got a ghostwriter that could fuck Kendrick, which is saying something. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's really that simple. Kendrick.
I think in the last record, I think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's definitely delay on my side, but like Kendrick really does this, so it's hard for someone who's more of a popularity. He's clever, you know what I'm saying, and that's why we fuck with him because he's clever. So he does have wordplay, but it's not like poetry like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
when you take pictures with Sexy Red, I believe she too bad. But you see that's like look already. People are in the comments literally quoting Euphoria off the top of their head. Yeah, like
you can't really remember.
Like now, let me ask y'all same people who have been quoting. Are there any lines to you from any of the Drake records so far that you feel like you gonna quote and say like that? It don't even make sense. Canada versus Compton, and that's what I was talking about, Niche, when I was saying like. Even him trying to speak on like who real bloods over here, and he gonna name Chris Brown and YG.
Like,
I'm like,
come on now, bro. Like, what is that?
You should shut. First of all, you should shut that up because you don't know the real. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the real the politics here. You don't know who Kendrick is protected by. You don't know who Kendrick family is. You don't know who like you don't know how deep it gets on this side. You know what I mean?
LA, so Killer Cali. You don't know nothing about none of this.
But like you start talking the gang shit from Canada, you should leave gang shit alone.
Brother. This is a whole
and again,
nother
I feel like that along talking about the black struggle shit, I feel like that was a misstep that actually proved Kendrick's point, like you could tell was saying earlier, like, yo, you basically prove what he was saying about you not really being attached to the real black culture, not just hip hop. He's talking about black culture when he's talking about Drake. He's not talking about hip hop. He's like, he's not he's not really attached to the black culture, and he feel like he's cosplaying his blackness, because there are videos where we see Drake talking with a totally different accent. We see him with different vocal inflections. We see him using a hard R when he said nigga. We like there's like videos of like us seeing the real Drake. So I don't know, man. I just feel like Drake should either bow out or say let's piece it up and do a show together, and it'll be the biggest show ever.
The Peace Treaty concert too.
Right.
Yeah,
Keep that popularity going.
Show. Yeah, like I feel like to me that could be his only recourse. And like I said, and drop a regular hit record. Just drop a regular good dope Drake pop hit record, or even the dope Drake rap record. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Yeah. The AI 6 Cents verse. Yeah. Meet the Grams was a funeral for Aubrey. Jesus. I don't know. Tonight, after he smothered his, because I think he smothered what Drake thought was his best effort. And like I said, I heard there was a 19-minute version of Euphoria, so that means he got a lot in the tank.
He got a lot more that he ain't released yet.
19 minutes.
Hey,
19 minutes.
Yeah, there's a 19-minute version.
Jump out that fucking plane. That nigga should grab his parachute, jump out the plane, and be like.
And then another thing is,
and be gone and shit.
And then another thing is, the crazy part is we don't know if what Kendrick just dropped was just a song by itself, or is that shit connected with Euphoria? So that's another scary thing. Like, what does this nigga really have on Drake? Like, Drake does have, like, he don't have no life support.
Hey, Brandon Hammond said one of the big winners of all this is J. Cole, who's sitting back in Maui. So, look, I know J. Cole feel like he made the best decision of his life getting out of this. And it's funny because Drake keep trying to bring him back in it. I know Cole feel like he losing sleep, but I ain't. I know Cole feel like this. Cole like, nah, nigga, stop saying my name.
Yeah,
dog.
leave
like,
me. Stop catching strays. What are you doing?
I imagine
like Andre 3 Stacks.
Andre 3000. Like I imagine him being on that long skateboard, like the dude who used to do the Cranberry Instagram videos, listening to Fleetwood Mac. It's like I ain't in this shit at all. He over there listening to Dreams, riding the skateboard. You know what I'm saying? What's crazy to me is K-Dot said this from Brandon Red. What's crazy to me, K-Dot said fabricating stories on the family front in Euphoria. Then told Drake you have a leak in OVO, and Drake still did what K-Dot predicted. Brandon, that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like Drake really doesn't have the capacity for what's happening in this battle strategically or artistically. On both fronts, he's losing. Like, he's losing because Drake's strategy was always to go make fun of people on Instagram, like, that's funny. And niggas like, nigga, get off Instagram, get in the booth. It's not working. Like, it's not working with like your usual tactics and your usual, the way you get around actually battling somebody using your popularity to try to like make fun of niggas and all that. It's not working. So he got a real problem on his hands.
Didn't Kendrick say he was predictable?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, I can predict in the beginning of Euphoria, he said, I can predict your next move.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he got these records ready. Like, I know where you're going next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not letting you get to your spot to get a shot off. Like, you can get a shot off.
This is scary.
Like, he swatted his shit 15 minutes after it came out. Like, Drake was like, oh, I got a Steph Curry 3 coming. And then Kendrick came out of nowhere and swatted that shit out of bounds. Like, no, you don't.
And handed him a new record.
Yeah. Not only did he swat his ball out, he came with another ball and then shot his own 3.
Yeah.
The Euphoria intro, Richard Pryor's genius for itself. So let's talk about just real quick because we talked about it on Wednesday. But yeah, he had Richard Pryor as the Wiz backwards, saying everything they say about me is true. And it's again, we talk about the layers. First of all, just take it on face value. Everything you say about me is true, which means he's talking about all the shit that he's about to say, all the shit that's to come, all the shit that just came out on this last record. Everything he said about me is true. And everybody talk about the allegations of him grooming and all those other things. Like, so that's what it alludes to. And then the second layer is you talking about the Wiz, somebody who's not real, somebody who's all smoke and mirror, somebody that all the people worship, and then he's just not real. I'm like, bro, like, you know how, like Sheila just said, chess player. I think this nigga Drake is playing chess, and I don't know what this nigga Kendrick is playing. Like,
Yeah,
he ain't
we
playing
don't.
chess.
It's some
He
game
ain't
we ain't
playing
never heard
checkers.
of.
Like, I don't know if
Like I
y'all
told,
watched.
I told y'all,
I
we
don't know
have
if y'all
to.
watched Big Bang Theory. I don't know if y'all watched Big Bang Theory, but there was a chess version that they play on there where it's like three board chess. It's like 3-level chess. That's what Kendrick's playing. Yeah, it's like 3 levels of the chess. That's what Kendrick is playing. Like, we all out here on the flat board, and Kendrick is playing 3-level chess, man. Like, hey, speaking of this, Niche, she said next level double entendres. I don't know if y'all know this. When he said, Drake said you're gonna give us a quadruple entendre in the last record, not this last record, not in 616, he gave us a couple of quadruple entendres. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. You have to read books to truly grasp what Kendrick's doing. Well, somebody said Kendrick makes music for people who read books, and Drake make music for people who listen to podcasts.
Yeah. It's junk food, man, versus the fucking steak dinner.
Said that nigga playing Quantum Physics Edition. Like, no, for real, he really is. I bet we are all missing subliminal. Hey,
We probably are.
Hey, we all
for real.
And again, now that we got 3 Kendrick records, that's like another 3 weeks. Nigga, it's gonna be a college class on this shit. There's gonna be a dissertation on this. You know what I mean? Just because it's so, and that's why when people was like, "Oh, Kendrick comeback was weak when he dropped Euphoria," I was like, "Y'all didn't catch nothing." Like, there was nothing in that record that you felt like was, you know what I'm saying? When they just like, I thought he was gonna come harder than that. I was like,
yeah.
But again, those are the people who, if they listen to Drake surface shit, and it's easy, it's simple. Right. So you get it, and it's like a direct diss, like, the nigga said his shoes are small. You know what I'm saying? But then like Kendrick is over here talking about niggas' family tree and lineage, and we don't even know it with the lines that he's pulling out, and then you find out like, oh damn, this nigga was talking about his granddaddy and his DNA in this line. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this shit. Again, like I said, it's good for hip hop. Here we are, 11:30 at night, talking about these records just because it has sparked such a new life in the hip hop that we haven't had. Melody says, shouts out to Kendrick, 2 in 1 day. Sheesh. She said, I'm not in men's business and gonna stay in my R&B world, but taught in that ring ain't it. It belongs in a museum. And she's talking about Drake having Tupac's ring.
Yeah.
Which is another line that was like a double entendre that Kendrick talked about in Euphoria. He said, I'm willing to double the wage. And he said, because I don't want a nigga from Canada making Tupac roll in his grave. So he was talking about not only the AI verse, but he was also talking about Drake having Tupac's ring. And he was saying, I'll pay $2 million for it if he paid $1 million.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the popularity.
Again, like I said, it's so
yeah, it goes back to the popularity shit. Because he didn't buy the ring because he was like a huge Pac fan and just wanted to have memorabilia. Like, it would make the nigga popular just by doing that shit. And even I think just using the AI, like AI is a thing right now, so it's popularity. But I think we all can agree Kendrick would never do some shit like that because it's like he rap for real, so he don't need the gimmicks and shit like that. So the gimmicks ain't gonna work against a nigga like Kendrick because he gonna call you out on it first, which he already did. It'd be like when Eminem did a diss. I can't remember which one, but Eminem was clowning himself for a couple bars. And then after that, he's like, so what the fuck are you gonna say? It's kind of like that.
Yeah, he took all the power away. Like, you take all the power away.
Yeah.
Shannon said, I couldn't understand why people thought Euphoria was mid. I knew it was a build-up. Drake said in the AI shit, come with a quintuple entendre or some shit I don't even understand. And he did, because clearly Drake didn't understand.
Hey,
he did. He aimed out.
I
mean,
I'm sorry. I think Kendrick will have a fucking payday just doing a pay-per-view to break down the verses from these songs and like explain what all the shit really means. That nigga could make a killing just on the pay-per-view numbers. Just the explanation session.
This nigga will have a TED Talk pay-per-view
about his own fucking song.
Nigga have the first.
Yeah. So Kendrick, when you do that shit,
And then if he really
piece.
like, oh, I'm finna tell you what.
I want my money, Kendrick Lamar.
The Chinese restaurant in Toronto is rumored Drake was robbed, and now it's the #1 spot in the city because of K-Dot, Aubrey City. It is. They had them on the news.
Yeah, on
talking
the news,
about since the song came out. Like on
he
the
went back at the disc.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he went back in his disc. The visuals, he tried to do that, and that shit didn't even work either. Like,
And that's
what I'm saying.
Part of that,
it's like
how layered this shit is. That when Kendrick writes, I mean, to put that into the song the way that he did and shit, and it's the place where Drake got robbed. He in the nigga city, and ain't nobody messing with him. And you know what I'm saying? All those things just from that one line are all built into the one line. And he got a new customer base kind of sort of. So it's like this nigga did like 7 things with one line from the song and shit. So it's not a fair fight. Just simply is a fair fight.
Gilly corny for saying that shit was corny.
Hey Marcus,
bro.
I kind of I said I addressed this earlier. I feel like a lot of niggas on the East still hate the West, and their true colors are showing again. Because Gilly, Cameron, Mace, all them talking about Euphoria was whack, it was mid, corny, it wasn't the comeback they expected, but they was talking about how dope dropping Give Me 50 was. I'm like, oh, y'all just hating on the East. Like,
but the fact that it was older niggas,
like, I'm surprised because they typically are more lyrical. You know, from the East Coast anyway. So I'm surprised that niggas wasn't all over that from the East Coast.
Yeah, the fact that they was older niggas saying shit like that, they sound like a high school team.
They sound like Trump.
Isaiah said, "Have y'all talked about?" Have y'all talked about the new Kendrick diss Meet the Gram? We have, Isaiah, a little bit, but we didn't get in depth because literally had just came out right before we was getting on. But we were talking about how disrespectful it is to address a diss record at a nigga mama, to address a diss record to somebody's son, to address a diss record to their granddaddy and their daddy, and tell their daddy you need to ask for more money because he's using you to get to basically soak up some of your blackness.
And expose the
Brandon Red said Kendrick really be having and expose the brand. I forgot about that. Expose the new daughter that he's supposedly hiding. So this crazy. Kendrick really be having us break down his lyrics like a Jordan Peele movie. Dude is rapping psychological thrillers. Hey, Shannon had a great idea. She said, I want him to do a tiny desk with all of his Drake diss records. Like if he did the record and sat there on the stool and then broke it down when I said that line about YNW Melody. Like if he did that, bro.
And nigga need a PowerPoint.
Man, for real. Help us out just a little bit.
Just let him go to Club Shay Shay and air it all out. Let him go to Club Shay Shay and
let it go to Shay Shay and just
explain all the records. Yeah. Brandon said Kendrick really. Oh, we read that one. K-Dot said people low key hate the West Coast. Yeah, he said it at the end of the record. He said y'all hate the West, and I'm willing to push that line. I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, what up, Tahara? Yeah, it was crazy how each of these records, first of all, live on their own, right? If you take all 3 of these records separately, they don't sound alike. They all got totally different flows, totally different styles. Even the switch up beats, they are totally different in all of the records. Because like Drake, to me, Drake records just feel like Drake records, and he's trying to diss, like he's pulling out beats, beefs for. Like, oh, this is a beat that I was gonna use for a radio record, and then he's like jumping. I gotta have a hook on my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Drake is still trying to make Drake records, and like, hey, nigga, we not in a place where you should be trying to make Drake records. You need to be trying to go at this dude.
But
jugular. You trying to see auto tunes? I just want to keep it PG. I was trying to keep it like. What are you doing? You cannot start the record like this.
But that's him. That's part of his popularity. I will say this. That's part of his popularity, and that's what was dope about his Meek Mill diss, because he made it catchy and motherfuckers was playing it they were playing it in clubs that Meek Mill was in. But that shit don't work.
Yeah, like back to back. Back to back was a smash. Back to back was actually a hit. But I don't think he can get away with that with Kendrick, because now like back to back, we was like the hook was dope and the beat was dope, but we weren't really listening because also nobody gave a shit about Meek Mills because Meek Mills didn't come with nothing that we cared about.
Right.
Now we actually listening. You're not gonna get away with just throwing it back to back out there. Brandon Hammond said, "Where do Dot's disses rank for y'all? Is it too soon to say they're already on the all-time greatest list?" I know for me at least already, Euphoria is on my top 5 already.
Yeah, top
the
5.
other two, I gotta sit with them a little more. But already, to me, Euphoria is up there with No Vaseline, Hit 'Em Up, Ether. To me, it's up there with the greats.
I think Meet the Grams is better.
I think somebody else did right back. You think Meet the Grams is better than Euphoria?
I think so.
I mean, I'm not going
to give me a couple more days. Let me go back to Euphoria, but just off top, I'm like, it's so fucking disrespectful, and he's talking to this nigga's whole family,
and it's scary. It's like sinister.
Hey,
it's like hella sinister.
Somebody just second your opinion. Yeah, they just second your opinion. You can tell. He said too soon, but Meet the Grams was just as venomous as Hit 'Em Up. You know what I mean? But in a different way, because like you said, you could tell in that last 45 seconds where he's just like sitting, basically talking to him like he's his son, and the effects that they use on his vocals and all that, go
back.
That's the other thing.
I'll just say, go back and listen to that last 45 seconds, and just like close your. I know it's a cinema part of me, but close your eyes and listen to that shit. And just how creepy and scary that shit is. Like, it is cynical.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah, man. He's the Baba Yaga, man. He's the boogeyman right now. And Drake asked for it. He said, "Where the boogeyman at?" You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
you shouldn't ask for that. You said Candyman 3 times in the mirror. And that nigga, he's stinging you right now.
Unless Drake know what he doing and he poking a bear and we don't know it. We don't know.
If anything, the only positive that can come out of this is he drop a record. There's no surprise. I had the heat all along, or it's not going to be no unexpected ending to the shit. Drop a record, nigga, and just move on, and go on tour and all that shit. Stop fucking with K-Dot, because that's just it's not going to end well.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
And they ain't got no ace in the hole, bro.
No recourse. He said Drake production is always going to be good. Like the beat and the video are dope. Lyrically, it's not great, but a lot of his core fans are college age, mid-20s, and they love that. And that's what me and you was talking about earlier, you could tan, in regard to like his crowd and what they like and what they actually care about. Because like I said, somebody was telling me like I ain't even. Somebody said I like Drake's because I could twerk to it, and I ain't even listen to Kendrick's because it's just too long. Like what?
Then you listen for the wrong reason.
Isaiah say Kendrick is elevating how to create successful diss campaign for hip hop. Drake got to push the button now. I think Drake thought he pushed the button, Isaiah. Honestly, I think he thought he pushed the button by saying your kid might not be yours. Because where else can you go after that? Like you saying, oh, your dude from your label might have been the daddy of your child, and I think he thought he pushed the red button. And after this, first of all, I wouldn't, if I was any other rapper, I wouldn't fuck with Kendrick. And it's funny because I feel like Kendrick been waiting on this since Control. He been trying to bait one of these niggas to say something to him since Control, King Kunta, and all that. Like he been like, please say something. Like Andre 3000. I don't know if y'all remember, but KP told us years ago when Andre 3000 started wearing dresses and Jordans and wigs and shit. He said he was doing that because he wanted somebody to say something. He wanted somebody to diss him because he was bored. And he wanted to get into a rap battle with somebody, but nobody said shit. They were like, that's the nigga Drake. Like nobody said shit to 3000 when he started wearing. He's the only nigga who could get away with wearing a dress, shoulder pads, a pink wig, and nobody said shit on no records.
Yeah,
nobody called
I would have remembered some shit like that. Nobody didn't say shit to that nigga.
Nobody wanted to smoke, but that's why he did it. He was like, if I wear this, somebody gonna say something crazy, and I can go at him. I can get into a battle. Nobody took the bait. But I feel like Kendrick been doing that for years, saying little shit like on King Kunta when he's like niggas sharing bars, like you're the bottom bunk of a 2-man cell. I could dig rapping, but niggas with a Ghost Rider, what the fuck happened? Like if y'all go back, the nigga been laying breadcrumbs for a very long time, and in the Control record, he went at every nigga who was at the top at that time anyway. And none of them really wanted that smoke, but I think he finally got Drake to peek out, and whoo, Jesus.
Yeah, Kendrick builds that shit too.
Said,
like,
listen to this when you're 18.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say he builds it, like even just with like that, right? Was a little jab, and then it was jab, 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 knockout. And with Drake, it feels like everyone he drops, he thinks is a knockout, and then he's like, "Fuck, all right, I'm about to come back with another knockout. Let me try another." And Kendrick's like, "Nah, I'm gonna slow play this shit." I'm saying they're just on different levels, man. And you know what's fun? It kind of like it's a whole nother argument, but I think it's kind of like when you got Kobe and how Kobe had the LA love, and then when LeBron came here, right? And I feel like LeBron's more of a player who wanted to be liked, and Kobe is like, I'm just trying to get more rings than Mike. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Y'all niggas trade me to the Chicago Bulls. Like, I'm good. So I think it's like that, and it's just like why the people in LA love Kobe so much. This is like his skill set. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You had dudes doing was it Shane Battier had a fucking pie chart on how to stop this nigga? Ruben Patterson put on Kobe's shoes, thinking they're gonna give him special power. Like people don't do that for LeBron, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They're great in their own right, but it's just different.
Absolutely.
And you know it's funny you say that because Kendrick calls himself the Kobe of hip hop, and he dropped Euphoria at 8:24 a.m.
Yep.
So that was like a great metaphor because that ties into how he actually sees himself and how he probably does feel like I'm Kobe, he's LeBron. Like LeBron got the stats.
Remember Drake had
like
said a
LeBron.
line. Drake said something like, "You're not the Kobe of rap" or some shit like that. And then he put that out.
But
and then I didn't even see someone found an interview of Kobe and Kendrick doing a joint interview
together.
And Kobe's like, he's the rap me.
Yep.
Insane.
Yeah. That's why I say like you say, when it's well thought out, it's layers. And I think after this, if you're not gonna come like this, y'all better don't start no beef. Any rappers out there that think y'all like if y'all not finna come like with this amount of fervor, this amount of strategy, don't even do it. Don't even do it. Because he done
And
took
don't
this
be
shit to
dissing
another
no
level.
dead homies either. That shit corny. That shit trash.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Again, that's when you know you ain't got nothing. And like I said, listening to Drake when he's talking, I know he felt like he pushed the red button when he said, "Yo, his child might not be his child. Your wife don't look happy. I heard you used to hit on her. I heard you had affairs with white women. How you talking about my blackness when you half white?" I feel like all those things to me feel like he thought he emptied the clip. Because to me, I feel like what's worse than telling somebody your child ain't yours? Well, saying you got a hidden child, maybe. But so, all right, before we get out of here, man, like, where does this go next? Like, what do y'all predict? And everybody in the comments, what do y'all predict?
I already said my piece, man. Drake has a new album, and Kendrick Lamar goes on and continues to be great. So,
life support.
Where you think it go, Lil Red? He said life support.
Life support. Help that nigga. Bring the unit now. Nigga, he need motherfucking Captain America. He needs some resurrection. He needs somebody. This nigga's yeah, it's done for, bro.
I think it don't go.
Get up.
I don't think it goes anywhere because they're just not on the same level. I think it's just that simple. Like, don't need to dissect it and go all super deep. It's just not, and it's not a bad thing. Like, Drake's still dope, but it's just like you can't do what this man does. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can shoot threes, you'll knock them down, but when you get old, you can't drive to the paint. You ain't got no footwork. There's nothing else. You're not gonna lead a team. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different level. Someone mentioned like Kendrick being the GOAT. And I was like, I've been saying that for a long time. I was like, years ago, like he's gonna be up there when he's done. Like for sure, top 3. You gotta be crazy if he's not in that at least.
Here it is. I have one. Yeah, he says it's time to say Kendrick is a GOAT. Got to be in your top 5 to me. Not just with this shit, but with what he's done with his Untitled series. what he's done with the Pimp a Butterfly. First of all, the nigga won a Pulitzer, so people keep forgetting about that.
Right.
You know, a rapper won a Pulitzer. What he's done with Good Kid, Man City, like with his albums, between his albums, I think the only album he had to me that probably not a classic is Damn. Like out of all his albums, because I think all of them are classics except Damn. And between that, like I said, his other freestyles, and he the only nigga I know who would like go on shows like Johnny Carson and do a song that night, and it's not on no album or nothing. You never hear it again. Like he literally just did a joint that night, and that's the joint. Like he does, like he's an artist, right? And I think this goes to V Ray's earlier point where you talk about artistry, not being popular, not more streams, not who sell more records. I'm talking about when you strictly just talking about artistry. And I think that's what Drake is losing, where he's losing and what he's missing is right now we ain't talking about your money. We're not talking about your chains. We're not talking about your record sales. We talking about artistry, artist to artist, heavyweight fight. That's what we on right now. And I think Drake
is going up against a heavy hitter.
It's Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, man. That's what I said on Wednesday.
Add to the Kobe comparison. Remember the cover art for "Don't Kill My Vibe" remix. Dot used the Kobe Jordan pick. Kendrick is Kobe and Jay-Z is MJ. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. That's actually dope. He said, "Do not address him unless it's with 4 letters." In my Whitney Houston voice, Drake better lay down. That was Drake Red Button. He was hitting at it, pushing the button with the Whoops Kid intro and the bodyguards like Whitney lines. Yeah, he thought he hit it. All Drake can is what K Dot already said: use memes and bots on the internet. Drake has a bigger following, and will lean on that. And I think like we've been saying, like Yucatan has been saying, like I think Drake is going to try to lean on his popularity, but I don't know if that's going to get him out of this one. I don't know if his popularity can get him out of this one. Like, of course, like like you said, with his core fans who don't care, no matter what, they're gonna say Drake won. Yeah, but I'm talking about to the hip hop community at large, it ain't looking good, Drake. Tap out.
And I think the second thing he also did too was, besides being more popular than all the people he went against, he also was smothering. So he would drop shit quick.
Yeah.
But he got beat to that this time.
Yeah.
But he thought he was winning in the beginning because Kendrick took a while to respond, right? But then Kendrick gave him 30 minutes. Y'all not even gonna have time to run this back twice.
Tahara said, "Do we think Kendrick killed Drake off?" Like Lil Red said, I think if he ain't killed him off, he's on life support right now. I think Drake, whatever Drake come back with, it gotta be phenomenal. He got to come back.
He's cooking with a wet noodle.
Yeah, he got to come back with a no Vaseline, period. Like
he would have already done it if he had it, man. I think if he had it, he would have dropped it already.
He didn't kill him off because
he was about to do it with the Pusha T shit.
Huh? Yeah, he did. I don't think he got killed off because it's different times. It's not like 50 killed Ja Rule. There was no social media back then. Like Drake's too popular social media wise and with the younger crowd. Like he's not gonna be killed off, but people that really, really fucking rap, like he's just getting exposed for who he really is. So it's gonna drop some of his shit.
Well, I think
at the end of the day,
Well, I think we're talking about in the rap battle, not. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think killed him off probably in regards to this battle. Yes, in regards to his career, no, because as long as he can still make hit records, he's gonna be okay.
Right
in that side because. Like you said, you can tell. As long as he do it, I mean, shit. Even Kendrick said, "As long as you go back to making me weigh my hands, nigga, you gonna be good." Like, go back to making Kendrick records stop. I mean, go back to making Drake records stop trying to be a tough guy. Yeah. So I think in that regard, he's gonna be cool. But
battle-wise,
legacy
right.
as the number one guy will take a hit. Yeah. Like his legacy as the number one guy in rap is gonna take a hit because he was trying to say he was like getting the Jay-Z level. He was feeling like he was getting the Jay-Z level. And I think that is going to take a hit. That feeling of like I'm up there with the Jay-Z's and the Nas's. I think that part of Drake's artistry is going to take a hit. But the pop and that's not going to take a hit because those worlds kind of don't even touch, which is more what Kendrick was alluding to. Like those
True.
worlds, and I think that's what bothers Drake so much about Kendrick being on Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift records, because he feel like maybe he was encroaching on his shit, because he keeps bringing it up. I'm like, that must really bother him that he had a Maroon 5 verse. You know what
He
I mean?
probably wanted to be on
like
that
I said,
Maroon 5 shit.
Or he's trying to reflip that
yeah,
shit, and it just ain't working.
yeah. Keandra said, Dot assassinated him on so many levels to depth. How can you be a hip hop head in a true sense and unknow and unsee this? That's why I said, Keandra, I think in the realm of battling, I think it's done. Like, I don't, unless this nigga comes back with no Vaseline mixed with hit him up in ether, I don't know what he could do.
Comment.
Huh?
He's not capable. See Sheila's comment. Yeah.
See what it did on the record he just dropped.
That was his nuclear option.
Yeah.
Man. It's over, man.
That was his attempt at that. Yeah, so that's what I say.
Let's get into the summer.
Give us something to party to, Drake. Give us a
exactly.
Give us a summer record.
Summertime, man. Let's do this shit.
Give us
we'll forgive you.
Yeah, give us some party.
He got to go battle.
Yeah.
He got to just focus on Rick Ross or some shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck with nobody.
No,
just go make a record.
No,
Rick might get his ass in the long run.
Well, the reason I think Rick could get him in the long run, because Rick is good at what he does on the other side too. Rick will just get on Instagram saying funny shit. Rick will just be dropping memes and shit all day, like
calling him a white boy and all that shit.
Yeah, like he will flip all that shit. So I don't think he want to go fuck with. Yeah, BBL. I don't think he want to fuck with Rick Ross right now.
Yeah, just the bad guy lane. Just leave that alone completely. You don't have anything to prove.
Yeah. Brandon said nothing really gonna happen to Drake. He's a cash cow UMG, but real hip hop fans know what it is and have never really accepted him. That's kind of true too. But Brandon, I think this is actually just giving confirmation to the hip hop heads who used to be like, Drake ain't nice, like y'all say. He's never like, oh, Drake is nice. Drake is this. Drake will kill. Woo, woo, woo. I think this battle has finally taken away any delusions that you know, that he could be that Jay-Z guy, you know, that he could be the one to take Jay-Z's crown per se. I think now everybody gonna be like, no, when you talk about rap, Kendrick is the guy. You know what I'm saying? I think I think this helps Kendrick more than it's ever gonna hurt Drake, but it helps Kendrick's legacy way more because he went after the dude at the top of the mountain and he's killing them, and nobody's ever gonna forget that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he said this is why Drake tries so hard to work with street artists to be accepted. Future, Ross, 21 Savage, Yachty. Yeah, it's not a coincidence that, like, we before this battle thing even talked, we had got on this podcast, on the Wild Wild Thoughts podcast, and was talking about the Drake and 21 Savage album, and Brandon, we were like, why did he make this record? He didn't need to do this. It sounded like he's trying to rap like 21. It sounded like he's trying to sound younger than he is. It just, to me, that album was not the move that Drake needed, especially coming like following Certified Lover Boy with that album. I just thought it was a bad look and a bad idea. But to me, it alludes to what you're saying, Brandon Red. It's him like trying to keep that relevance, trying to stay young, and he has to stay connected to the culture through a surrogate. You know what I'm saying? Like how he came in the game with Lil Wayne, and then he attached himself to Kanye, then he attached himself to Kendrick for a little bit. Like, he always gets with the hot guy in a moment and helps keeps himself hot. And that's not to say he don't keep himself hot on his own, because he does when in regards to the pop stuff. But in regards to like being hip hop relevant, doing records with 2 Chainz and all that, like that shit to me is what has been his connection. He's always kind of been able to get in to hip hop through a surrogate. And that's why it's never been questioned, because like, oh, he with Rick Ross, he must be cool. He with 21 Savage, it must be cool. He with Lil Wayne, it must be cool. But now that he been stripped of all of them, and Kendrick is coming at like, no, nigga, you. I ain't talking to none of them. I ain't talking about nothing. I'm talking to you. It's like it's kind of rearing his head now. It's kind of showing, man.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Keandra said he doesn't have the ability to do that. He would have done it. Fade into Will Smith Summertime, and the culture will let him be. But coming in as a go to hip hop, nah, that's over, my boy.
Damn, she said stop cussing on records.
So yeah, man. Hey, man, this has been a great podcast. Everybody in the comments, thank y'all for showing up. I know it's late, but hell, it's Friday night. We are home on the late night hype.
Hey, let me ask
Here
one
on
question.
Wednesdays at 7:30. Yeah, go ahead.
Before you wrap it up, let me ask y'all one question. Do you think Cole could hang with Kendrick if they were to go, if they were to battle?
I think if Cole was wholeheartedly in it, yes. Because even his little diss that he did, it wasn't trash, but I could tell his heart wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? I could tell he was like, he was boxing with kitty gloves because he wasn't trying to really get in. That's why he apologized. Like, you know, I wasn't feeling it. I don't want no parts of this shit. I'm out. But if you go back and you listen to Cole just rap, like we talking about from a straight, like you said, artistry, rapper, I think Cole could if he was like to go all in and be like, all right, nigga, let's go. I think that would have been a great heavyweight match. But yeah, I think he could. Brandon Red said Drake went on tour with Future, the Migos, and 21 Savage consecutively to Vulture Trap music fans. Haynes said, I think he can. It actually wasn't that bad. That's what I said. His diss wasn't bad, but I could tell his heart wasn't in it. So it didn't have that venom that you need. Like Ice Cube was saying, he was like, man, people got to know when you in a rap battle, you cannot pull punches. He's if you in it, and you got to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? He like, that's the only way to win it. Like, you got to be in it, and you got to go all the way. Tahara said, do y'all think Cole made the right move in the long run? I do. I do, because let me tell you something. If it would have been Cole and Drake coming at Kendrick, and Kendrick would have been whooping both their ass, they would have made that nigga immortal.
Facts.
They would have made that nigga immortal for all time. It's like they would have made that nigga a rap god. If if Drake and Cole was coming at him and he was handling them, that would have, when I say it's helping Kendrick more than it's hurting Drake, it would have helped him immensely. If he like, they said we was the big three and I took him out, it's only big me. He really did it. Yeah. I think Cole made the right decision. We got a question. Do y'all think Cole and Doc talked and Kendrick spared him on some bro? I really don't like this nigga Drake, so I advise you stay far away from this shit as possible. And Cole was like, say, I do feel like that was a conversation that was had. Like, I feel like, honestly, Brandon, I feel like Kendrick was like, I'm coming for the rap crown, so I'm finna come at y'all on some WWE wrestling shit, right? Like, it ain't real beef, but it's beef from the artistry side. And I feel like that's what it started as. And then when Drake was like, your child ain't yours, he was like, okay, cool, gloves is off. I told you I wanted this to be a nice little sparring session. I wanted to be a nice little exhibition, but here we go. It's about to get ugly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what really happened. I feel like it started out where he was just like, hey, nigga, we just gonna go back and forth. We're gonna make these records. We're gonna try to take jabs at each other. But like I said Wednesday, I was like, Drake don't have enough ammunition just to go back at him on some metaphorical rap shit. So he gonna have to get personal and get ignorant with it in order to even stay in it and stay engaged. That's what I feel like happened.
I agree.
Brandon Red said, yeah, J. Cole 290. That's what I feel like would have happened.
But you gotta end it on telling these Clippers to get the fuck out of Staples Center.
Go the fuck home, Clippers.
Hold on, we got fucking selfies with them.
Hold on, we got a couple more comments on Instagram before we start disrespecting the Clippers, because we are going to. Yep, Cole was true to himself, and that's why Drake isn't. It's like, that's the point. Drake is phony. Tahara said, I also feel like Cole would never be able to cut that deep. It's not him. I feel like when it comes to Cole, he's saying he'll kill niggas lyrically, not on some go for the jugular personal shit. I agree with that. Keanu said, I feel so vindicated.
He'll tear a motherfucker up.
Yeah, I think he would. Like, I think if Kendrick got him there, like if Drake got him to that point, that's what you saying, B-Ray? Like if Kendrick pushed him, pushed him all the way to that point, then I think, I agree. I think, like I said, I think he got this, even though he's nice, I think he got the skill set to do it. Let me say that.
Absolutely.
Keanu said, I feel so vindicated. I had one Drake song in my rotation that I can't play that shit no more. I can't unsee that boy dancing with Sexy Red. Keanu said Cole would never mention niggas' kids. That's too far for him. That's true. That ain't in Cole's spirit. You can tell that ain't. But I don't think Cole would have to. I think Cole would be able to go back and forth with Kendrick on some metaphorical hip hop, back and
Black
forth
power type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they battle would have looked a lot different because, like Yucatan said, the skill set in the lanes that they're in, the skill set is different. So I don't think he would even have to go there with going for the juggler in that manner. I think his going for the juggler would have been like basically trying to metaphorically, they would have been metaphorically killing each other on that level, on just
Yeah.
like some rap shit. But I
Right.
feel like Drake don't have the capacity to do that, so that's why Drake had to go. That's why I fuck your bitch. You know what I mean? Like that's how Drake had, because that's all he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's disrespect these Clippers. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all
Get
going
the
home. That's
fuck.
all that shit.
Look, let me say this. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of these niggas. The Chris Paul Clipper fans. I'm fucking sick of them. We didn't even hate, as Laker fans, we didn't even hate the Clippers until they got here, right? And then they come and talk shit. And I'm like, we got more championships than you niggas have playoff appearances. Stop it. Just fucking stop. I'm sick of this shit. I was with one the other day. They talking shit. Lakers got bounced. Okay, nigga, you played 2 more games. Congrats. You ain't do shit. You never did
This is what I
nothing.
was trying to. This is what I be trying to explain to my brother because he's a Clipper fan and all the other Clippers. Like the only Clipper fan to me that's a real Clipper fan is Brandon Speed Jordan. He been a Clipper fan since we was at Bret Hart, and we would go to see them niggas at the sports arena, and we would get
And
free
those I
tickets
fuck with.
and sit right behind. Yeah, like
Right.
Speed been a Clipper fan like that since then. All these other niggas who became Clipper fans doing Live City because they thought they was gonna take over LA. Them the niggas I hate. Like, and because people forget when that Live City shit started, the niggas talk, oh, we taking over LA now. I'm like, nigga, win one before you say that shit. Win one before, and y'all had 10 years while we was down. 10 years when Kobe was hurt, when Kobe was past his
We was in
prime.
a
Y'all literally
fucking
had a
slump.
10-year head start before we
Great
got
slump.
LeBron, and still couldn't get past the second round.
Look, I'm gonna put a
Still
picture
couldn't
up.
get past the second
I'm gonna
round.
put a picture up right now on of the Clippers championships. Nothing. Blank. A blank fucking screen. Ain't shit. Wow, so goddamn quiet in here. I'm sick of these niggas. I'm sick of, but look, but like I
Tahar
said,
said,
even when Darius Miles and shit, all them in the playoffs, like Laker fans, we was going for them.
I like that team.
Yeah.
Man, we was rock. I was like, if the
Yes, we
Lakers get
lost
put
it.
out,
Yeah.
I will rock with the Clippers. Yeah, when
Right.
we had this Clipper
Yeah.
squad with Corey
But it was,
Maggette and or back to Danny Manning and Doc Rivers, I like those Clipper teams, and I never had hate for them. I promise, my hate for the Clippers came when them niggas got Live City and start talking that we taking over LA shit, and then they got worse when like they won with Live City, but they got worse when Kawhi and Paul George came like, oh, it's over for you niggas. Like, get the
he the
fuck out
system.
of here, dog.
He the system.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
out, man. Y'all niggas gonna be talking about basketball
all right.
till the time tomorrow. Don't be late for the gig, man. Y'all niggas still be on
Oh,
the
yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
speaking
y'all.
of
Good
which,
night, man.
if anybody chilling tomorrow, we are playing at Dodger Stadium before the game starts and after the game. So come check us out. We'll be up there doing our Wild Bunch thing at Dodger Stadium when you like walking into the stadium. It's gonna be a fun. So if y'all Dodger fans and y'all got some tickets, to get some tickets or come to the game, tomorrow and check us out before and after the game. And then this Sunday, we are going to be at Senator Jones for our single release party. We released our single for our song Walk It Back. It got a line dance to it. Go to our Instagram, learn the line dance, take a video of it, send it to us so we can post it on all of our social media too. We want everybody to learn it. We want everybody hitting that shit in the barbecue this summer. Walk It Back by Wild Bunch. Go check it out. I want to thank my co-host for the day. I want to thank Yucatan with his cinematic mind. I want to thank my cousin Rex with the youthfulness. And I want to thank V Ray, everybody coming on, and everybody in the comments, man. I can't even name y'all one by one. Everybody in the comments. Like I said, we are here. Wild thoughts. Come to the IE. Keandra, we working on that actually. I got a call this week. Hopefully things get locked in this week. If it gets locked in this week, I will let you know. We might be coming to the IE very, very like soon as June. But I'm just waiting to get everything confirmed. We here for Wild Wild Thoughts. If y'all want to join the regular podcast, it'll be Wednesdays at 7:30, and we probably gonna be doing some one-offs like this when crazy shit happen. When we got World War III happening with hip hop, we just gonna hop on whenever we can. And if y'all feel like y'all want to hop on with us, let us know, and I'll send you the link, and you can hop on with us, and you can talk about shit too, because this is for the culture. Wild Wild Thoughts is not just for us. Wild Wild Thoughts is for all of y'all, for all of us, so we can all hop on and we can all have these conversations and these discussions, because I love y'all input and I love what y'all got to say. So until next time, like I said, come join us on Wednesday. And again, Sunday, Wild Bunch at Senator Jones. Please come to the single release party. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a ball. We're going to play the song live. We're going to do the dance live. We're going to be there teaching people how to do the dance. Like, it's going to be a good time. The food is good. Drinks are good. It's only $15, man. Where can you get entertainment like that for $15 fucking dollars? So come check us out. See us. And I'll be back next time.
Stop the world, let me off. I don't like this destination. I like a transfer to the express line. I gotta get off. Electric slide into the double doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. 1 star, would not recommend it.